Okay, hi, my name is Darren and welcome back to my Absolian channel. So for those who are new, I'm a competitive player who likes to play doubles in the VGC format. And yes, for today's episode, I am going to feature Mega Starmie. If you don't know where to get it, if you buy the Premium Battle Pass, you're able to get this Mega Starmie for the Mega Stone. Otherwise, just you spend some VG points and you are able to get this Mega Stone. So before I begin my team build, if you ever check out my other videos, please do check them out as I do post cool strategies here and there as I like to team build. Feel free to check them out. So without further ado, let's get into the team build. So why Mega Starmie? Starmie alone, it has a good speed and a special attack, but once it Mega, yes, I believe you guys have already know, it gains a new ability called Huge Power. If there's huge power, obviously you need to max up your speed and attack. So this is a physical variant with Starmie. I go Jolly Nature because it has a 120 base speed stat, which is really strong, and it can outspeed a lot of mons. So yeah, and unfortunately my team doesn't have a speed control because I will explain to that later why. But the main idea is just liquidate and send headbutts. And if you are given to have an opportunity, you can skill swap into any one of my allies, and that's the reason why this team is all physical variant, just to make use of their skill swap. But most of the time, I have a hard time using a skill swap. It's just most of the time I will be leading with Garchomp and Kangaskhan, or if not, Savage and Kangaskhan, so that I can fake out and then have a setup or just do some cheap damage, and Starmie will be there at the back. So that's the main idea. So I choose Starmie to have Illuminate is just so that I can prevent an accuracy drop. So that is the main idea. But Zen Himba has 90% accuracy, so there's still a chance for me to miss. So that's the thing about it. I debating if I want to go Natural Cure or Illuminate. Let me know in the comments below whether which ability is more better for you. So I think Illuminate might be a little bit better. It depends on which scenario you want to do. So yeah, as I mentioned, this is a Kangaskhan. Most of the time I will lead with Kangaskhan and Garchomp so that I can fake out and then I can last resort. Because Kangaskhan is scrappy, all my moves can do damage against a ghost type, and because of this I can prevent a trick room from setting up. So that is a really good option, especially if the opponent has like a Mimikyu, a ghost type Pokemon with Mimikyu or Sinistcha. Fake out is a very good option, and I can fake out into a Basket Legion too. So that's the main idea. And if I have the chance, I can skill swap into my Kangaskhan and last resort will just Red Havoc. So that is also another option. Yeah, but most of the time I will lead with Kangaskhan and Garchomp, depending on what the opponent team is. If the opponent has a really weak weakness against a ground type, Garchomp has a good answer. Take note, if I skill swap into Garchomp, it is a guaranteed kill with an Absolian. Even with a +1 defense boost, I can one-shot Absolian at full HP. So that is one thing to take note. Even no matter how bulky it is, I will be able to one-shot. Unless the opponent has set up a screen, then I will not be able to one-shot. So this Garchomp is a Scar variant. So because I don't have a speed control, Garchomp is my only answer to be able to prevent the opponent or catch the opponent off guard. Because not many players use a choice Scarf Garchomp. Lately, it's just a life op. So yeah, I tried to use an L data slot, but I feel that I need Pokemon to have a safe switch in so that I can counter against the Pokemon. And I need Kangaskhan is because I need either a redirection or a disruptor Pokemon. And because of that, I feel like I need a fake out user, and at the same time, if I can skill swap, there is a good opportunity for it. But I really have a hard time using a skill swap shenanigans. So yeah, but otherwise, Garchomp is mainly to deal against Steel type, obviously, and other Dragon type because I'm able to outspeed. The only weakness is Tailwind. So if that's the case, Serebii is there to be able to get rid of. It's a good answer against any fire type Pokemon, especially Torkoal and Charizard. So Serebii is a very good counter against them. Mawile too. So even though he has a Sucker Punch, I can still be able to do well against Mawile. So with Cobra Berry, this is just mostly it's just max speed and max attack. So yeah. For Starmie is I am holding a Cobra Berry because I'm able to tank a Sucker Punch from King Gambit. So that is one to take note, and I can just one shot Bitter Blade, get rid of King Gambit. So that's a pretty good option. So this arena is there to mainly answer against other Garchomp user and of course Swampert. So that's where Chomp Kick, Triple XL, low kick will comes into play. Low kick if I have a chance to do some damage against Absolian. But otherwise this arena the main answer is to deal with Swampert. So yes, obviously it can do Ice Punch, but okay is a pretty good option. So that's the reason why I'm contemplating if I want to bring in a Weathermon, because all these Pokemon is actually really nice, is actually really very beneficial with and without a skill swap. So I was contemplating if like, is there a Weather Wall? I think I'm able to do well with it. So if there's a Sun team, Terrorage can come over. If there's a Hill team, King Gambit can and sort of Starmie can cover. If there is a Sand team, Sand team, Starmie and Tisserena is a very good counter against them, so I'm okay with that. And Rain team is a bit more of a problem because none of my Monkey will want to tank a Wave Crash and Earthquake, and that's where Tisserena and are able to come in. And because of Garchomp having a Scarf, I can surprise the opponent. So I feel that this team build is a bit more I think it's a bit better in a closed team sheet than in the open team sheet, but yeah, let me know in the comments below. And of course, last but not least, King Gambit, mainly to answer against Steel type and Psychic type. So yep, Iron Head, Protect, Kowtow, Cliff, and Sucker Punch with a Chopper Berry. So this King Gambit is a max attack, Double Nature obviously, and with this EV, or I should say skill point spread on HP and defense, is just so that I can tank, I'm always be able to tank a close combat from Sneasler. So that's one thing to take note. And yeah, if you didn't know, if you Mega or Starmie, somehow I'm able to tank a Sucker Punch from King Gambit, providing if King Gambit doesn't have black glasses. So that is the way. So yeah, as I mentioned, the weakness could be a Weather Wall. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, and let's have fun with some skill swap combo. Okay, and we have a Sun team. Yeah, with their Sun, Starmie is a very good option. And with Raichu, I can have a hard swap into Garchomp, so it is still not too bad. So I need Kangaskhan. So yeah. So I think I also forgot to mention, my only way to win is to bait the opponent. It's all about baiting. So yeah. And if I can execute properly, it works perfectly. So I don't mind leading with Kangaskhan and King Gambit. Okay, this is actually a bit hard for me to swap into my... Oh, this doesn't feel like a Starmie game. No, wait, I could use a Starmie game. Okay, so I lead with Kangaskhan. If he leads with Raichu, I can hard swap into Garchomp. And if there is Wizard, which obviously he has to bring in, then I can bring into this. So yeah. The reason why I was tempted to lead with King Gambit is because of Incineroar. So yeah. I was a little bit tempted. Okay, Rim and Garchomp. So yeah, I'm in a slightly awkward spot because they can protect. So yeah. So with this is just to force him to, if is he going to protect or not. Yeah, Whimsicott has a protect. So now the question is whether... Okay, he double protect. So yeah. Now the question is, are you going to anchor into me? So yeah. That is the question. I can get rid of Garchomp, so that is not too bad. I'm hoping him I'm hoping for him to tailwind. So yeah. I'm hoping for that. Okay, nice. Tailwind. It's gonna do a crazy ton of damage. Dragon Claw, I can tank a hit, so that's fine. Yeah, I want to get rid of Garchomp. It's a big threat, so yeah. Then now I need to store out the Tailwind. So with Charizard, yeah, it's all because of this. It's really hard for me to set up a skill swap. So with this I'm just letting Charizard want to choose who he wants to attack into. If it's a hit wave, my Kangaskhan can tank a hit. So yeah. And I don't. Oh, he doesn't. Okay, he doesn't Tailwind. Nice. I'm okay with that. Wait, he outspeed? So that means it's a teammate nature. Okay. Wait, he outspeed me. I thought my Starmie would outspeed. Oh my god, I don't kill. Okay. I'm going to Peter Blade. And protect. I can ignore Charizard at all. Yep, he will Moonblast there. Who is faster, me or Wimmy Scott? Wimmy Scott is 116. No, I outspeed. Okay. So I will Shadow Sneak into Charizard. Oh no, I don't. I forgot. He still have one more turn of. He still have one more turn of. Oh, I'm so dumb. Do you know why am I so dumb? Oh, okay. I'm okay with that. Wait, am I okay with that? I'm so dumb. Of course, he obviously outspeed. He has Tailwind. I have Cobra Berry. Unfortunately, Tailwind is gonna come in, so I don't have a choice. Tailwind. His Wimmy Scott outspeed my. Yeah, outspeed my mon. So that's a bit of a bummer. I have Cobra Berry, so yeah. Okay, the good thing is that my Garchomp is Scout. So I'm enforced to. No, I think I should Dragon Claw, right? Yeah, I feel like I should Dragon Claw. I'm going to protect first. And Dragon Claw. No, I think I'll just stop it Tantrum. Yeah, I'll just stop it Tantrum. It's fine. Charizard will protect. really obvious play. Yeah, so unfortunately, okay, a bit of Starmie action. I got kind of lucky over there because of my speed control, and he missed against me, so yeah. Oh, that is a good attack. So yep, GG. He has to double protect, but at this point in time, it's a little too late. He has 2 more turns, yep. He has to double protect here. He has to double protect there. GG. Okay, what a great game! And that is how you are able to do against a Sun team. So if it's possible, if there's like a other weather team that I can hopefully showcase to you, but otherwise it kind of works using this team. You just really have to think through on how you want to position your players over here. So, and that's where my team comes in. So yeah. Okay, and we have a Star Raptor team. Okay, if there's a Star Raptor, you must bring Serebii. And I need to prevent Star Raptor from setting up his defenses. So that is the main idea of it. So because of this, I think I can lead with Serebii and Kangaskhan. It's going to be annoying that he is going to lead with Eternal Roar. So yeah. But I need to fake out and bulk up. Starmie will be in the lead, will be at the back, and Garchomp will be there so that I can... Yeah. Because he doesn't have a speed control other than a trick room. So as long as there's no tailwind, my Garchomp can outspeed all of them, so I'm okay with that. It's a little annoying, but I don't have a choice. So this is a free fake out, and a bulk up. And then I have, after this, I don't have a choice, but I need to swap my Kangaskhan out. I feel he should protect though. No, no protect. That's a good damage. He set up reflect. Okay. Close combat will kill my Kangaskhan, so there's no point. I can actually... No, I think it's prefer for me to go to Starmie. And okay, at this point, I think I can skill swap into my own Serebii. Nope. Oh, there's an... Oh, do you have Eternal Roar? That's going to be a little annoying if you have it. Okay, yeah, you really do have Eternal Roar. I -1 attack. Oh well. I'm going to protect and stop bulk. I'm just gonna continue bulking up. So yeah. Our defense is so high right now. And after this, I'm actually going to skill swap to get my huge power. And then I can get rid of that Star Raptor. I don't think I will kill, but I think I can two-shot him because he has a reflect up. It's going to be annoying that he parting shot over there. Nope, okay, he fake out. Okay, and it's time for skill swap. Incineroar has to swap out. He has to. Starmie is fast, so yeah. And my defense of my Savage is so insane right now. Once I get rid of Starmie, my Garchomp will... My Garchomp can wreak havoc. Wow, I can't believe he didn't swap his Incineroar. Yep, huge power. Come on, I dare you. You can't even touch my Savage. You can't even touch me. I might actually want to swap hard swap into my Garchomp right now, so that at least my Young Skin will do damage against you. What you gonna do, man? Skill swap huge power. I didn't expect you to protect over there, so yeah. Why? Come on, just give me some example. And that is how you are able to stop this character. Oh my god, why? Okay, and we have an interesting team. Yeah, I don't know, it's really hard to set up a skill swap. This is actually a haven for Starmie. Yeah, I can get rid of... I haven't did my cards. I'm not sure if I can get rid of that Mega Venusaur. It's potentially a Mega Venusaur, because there's no any Sun team over there. So yeah. But this feels like it's a King Gambit. I'm only scared... Okay, I'm going to lead with these two. Starmie and King Gambit. Yeah, I need Savage. He doesn't have a speed control, so I can go with Garchomp. Well, other than him. It's really tempting that I want to bring in my Kangaskhan, but I think for this case, yeah, I think I don't exactly need Kangaskhan. I think so, I don't know. If he leads with Rotom, I hope that he doesn't have... it's most likely it's a Scarf, but I don't know if I want to take damage from it. Okay, but that's fine. If he leads with these two, that's fine by me. So because of this, I can finally skill swap because of that lead. I am going to just straight up kowtow into Garchomp and skill swap into my own King Gambit. By doing this, I'm expecting Garchomp to see what he does. The Dragon Claw. Okay, he is Scarf. That's good to know. Are you gonna Trick Room? Wait, you have a Scarf Garchomp and you Trick Room. What? Yeah, I think it's game over for them. That doesn't make sense. Why? You have a Scarf Garchomp and you Trick Room. I'm just gonna kowtow all the way to you. And I'm going to hard swap into my Savage. If King Gambit is dead, it's fine. I think I can just one-shot your Tom. Yeah. Yes, finally! I finally managed to showcase a skill swap combo. Yeah, Mr. GG. Oh my god, another fast game. And here I say it's really hard to set up a skill swap. Okay, the reason why it's hard to set up a skill swap is because he has a very threatening team. Like, if he leads with Raw Tom and Garchomp, I will be in a bad spot. I didn't expect him to lead with Fairy Giraffe because none of my team have a good speed control. So I think there's no reason for him to set up to bring in his Fairy Giraffe. So yeah, I think maybe he thought that I'm going to fake out, but I feel that leading with, I think, okay, because I have a fake out pressure, he should not lead with Fairy Giraffe. You can just bait me to swap in into Fairy Giraffe so that I can prevent from faking out from there. That's what I felt. And because it doesn't make sense that he has a Scarf Garchomp, because my Mega Starmie will definitely outspeed Garchomp unless he's Scarf. So there's no point for him to set up Trick Room. So because of this, yeah, I'm okay to skill swap into him. Stomping Tantrum and Earthquake will not KO my King Gambit. It will do a great amount of damage, of course, but I don't mind doing that because of that Fairy Giraffe. So yeah, I was actually expecting Garchomp to protect. I was actually expecting that to happen. But because I can kind of ignore Fairy Giraffe, he can't really do anything about me. So I just want to see the damage output from a huge power King Gambit over there against that Garchomp. I don't know if he's gonna one shot, but yeah, apparently it does. Great game. Okay, and this is a very interesting team. He has a dual weather. I have no collections on how I'm able to do that. Okay, if I can make it right. If I can do things right, I can force him to. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a Savage game, to be honest. Yeah, they cannot counter against my Savage. Wait a minute. Do I just want to go hard Savage instead of King Gambit? Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Yeah, they cannot touch my Savage. So this is just a free bulk out right in front of their face. I'm just gonna let them set up a Trick Room. But I can't skill swap just yet. I'm going to attack into Char. And this is a free bulk up. Into Obama Snow, that is fine. I can hard swap into my King Gambit and just Bitter Blade everything. You can off power, that is fine. Yeah, I want to bitter blade into Fate Giraffe. You do Shadow Ball. Ouch. Imprison. Okay, that means I can't protect. A little annoying. Woo! You better. My King Gambit is slow. We kowtow into you. And just Bitter Blade into. I didn't expect a Shadow Ball into a Baba Snow. I didn't expect that. My King Gambit is no. I think our Baba Snow is the slowest. Blizzard. Yeah, that's fine. I am. Come on. I think Bitter Blade can thaw if you manage to get rid of me. Bye. Oh my god. This is supposed to be a Starmie game. Oh. Let's just wreck havoc. So yeah. And GG. Yep. Oh my god. Oh. 3 times. 3. Is it 3 forfeit? I don't know. Or I should say like a 3 game that is so quick. Oh my god. Okay, but it's really hard because I'm also trying to find battles that is not a Sun team. I'm trying to like or I should say like try to battle against team that I don't get to encounter in the past few games that is quite similar. And I thought that this is a pretty good chance to showcase like how am I going to do against a Trick Room team. Yeah, King Gambit and Savage is the answer. So my initial thought process is whether if I want to skill swap into King Gambit because of the Incineroar over there. But because he has a Charizard, he has a Charizard Y or Charizard X, I don't feel confident or I should say I don't feel safe leading with King Gambit, and that's the reason why I have Savage. I could lead with King Gambit and then hard swap out into Savage. That is also another option, but because they have so many fire type, they have no answer against Savage. So yep, Savage is a pretty good option. It's a pretty good option. I didn't expect a Shadow Ball from the Baba Snow. I didn't even know that he has it, so yeah. But yeah, great game. It's a bit kind of, I don't know how I should say using this team because 3 games is a very quick game. Both of them is just forfeited, I think, because they have no answer against my team. So I can't say for sure like whether this team is really great or not. So yeah, but anyway, enough talk. Let's move on to the replicate code. Okay, so this is my Mega Starmie team. I feel that depends on how you play. If you just to rely on your skill swap, I think it's more of a gimmick. So, but otherwise, I feel that it's actually really hard for you to use a skill swap into any of your any other mons. But in the past few videos, I did manage to showcase because I think it's a good chance, like in that Savage game or in that King Gambit game, they have no answer against King Gambit or Savage because they cannot do anything against it. So yeah, even though in that previous game with the King Gambit against the Garchomp, I know I'm able to tank a hit. So yeah, unless he does a helping hand and a stopping tantrum or earthquake, then yes, that probably might kill me if he has a life orb. So yeah, but because based on his team, I feel that I don't think Garchomp is a life orb, but could be either be a potential. So yeah, it really depends on the lead. If it's a life orb or a scarf, he should just lead with Rotom and Garchomp. So because of that, I felt that yeah, I think because I didn't manage to explain clearer in that game, if that's the case, it's most probably that one of those two, if he leads with them, most probably one of those two is a life orb or a scarf user, either one of them. And then if that's the case, then obviously I can't lead with King Gambit. I mean King Gambit and Starmie will be a pretty bad lead, and I will have to swap my King Gambit into maybe I might protect. And then swap into maybe Kangaskhan or Salvage, or maybe I might have to forego my Starmie. And to rely on and hopefully that your Tom is not a Scarf. So yeah, that is my only win call. Or if not, I can swap into Garchomp. So yeah, actually, yeah, I brought in Garchomp, right? Yeah, I can swap him back into Garchomp just to see what he does. So yeah, that would be my game plan for that. But otherwise, because of that gameplay, or because of that lead from the opponent in that scenario with that Savage or King Gambit, it is a good option to skill swap, and there is no it's a free save to skill swap into him and just to maximize my damage output. So yeah, but otherwise I feel that in my own opinion, it's actually really hard to set up a skill swap. Most of the cases is I'm using Mega Starmie to either one-shot the opponent with a liquidation, because with a huge power Starmie, liquidate can just, if I'm going to do damage against a paper mon, especially like Serralage or I can't think of any right now, like Sneasler for example, I can, if I'm able to outspeed, I will one-shot them. If they're not Scarf, or the Unburden has not been boosted, or there's no Tailwind, yeah, I will be able to do well against them. So that's the main idea. Yeah, but in my own opinion, I feel that King Gambit and Serralage is the MVP in terms of the damage output. Kangaskhan is also another MVP just to fake out and then have a last resort pressure against the opponent. As you have seen for the past few games, Kangaskhan is also one of the MVP. So the main idea is just to fake out and then to do cheap damage from my rest of my team. So unfortunately, I did not showcase any other weather wall. It could be a disadvantage because you really need to think through on how you can stop the opponent from setting up, especially like a rain team with an Archaludon or a Swampert team. So I feel that rain team is a bit more of a challenge. It's a bit more of a challenge using this team. It can do some during my practice run, it can work, but you really need to think through. So Kangaskhan and your Tisserina will be your way to go, so to be able to deal with it. And then you depends on the team composition. If there's a lot of ghost type, then King Gambit will be a better option, so that I can tank a hit. If there is steel type like Metagross or what's his name, Archaludon, then Garchomp could be used as it. If that's the case, sometimes I might not even bring in Starmie, because under the rain team, even though it benefits liquidation, but because there's too many steel type and water type and grass type, it's really hard for Starmie to do well against the rain team. But if you're able to do so, skill swap in the Garchomp, it can one-shot Archaludon. That is one thing to take note from that. Sun team, Serralage, great counter against Charizard, any Charizard, and Falco. So that's a main thing about it. King Gambit, good counter against Ice team. Sand team, this team works very well against Sand team. So you should have no problem against the Sand team. Starmie, Garchomp, Tisserina, King Gambit, or any one of the Kangaskhan, it can work heavens against Sand team. This is a very good counter against Sand team. So yeah. This is my build. Most of them is just max speed and max attack, or max speed and max attack. And King Gambit has a unique route so that I'm able to tank any close combat variant from what's his name? Sneasler. So that's one you take note. So yeah, but providing if your King Gambit is at full HP, of course. So just take note of that. So yeah, as I mentioned, most of the time my lead will be Kangaskhan, Garchomp, Kangaskhan with Serralage to set up, or Kangaskhan and King Gambit to chip damage, or Kangaskhan and Starmie just to do some chip damage. So rare cases, I can skill swap the Kangaskhan, but if there's too many ghost type, Kangaskhan, Scrappy can just last resort into the opponent. So that is a pretty good option. So Kangaskhan is a pretty good answer against Basket Legion. So there you go. So yeah, enough talk. Let me know in the comments below whether you agree or disagree with me, and whether it helped you shoot against your up to your master rank or even champion tier. So I feel that if you're using a skill swap, it's gonna be a bit risky, but you will have some fun using a skill swap, and I had a lot of fun with this team. So hopefully you guys will have fun too. Until then, I will see you next time.